What is going on, y'all? We are back. This is day 6 of our best bet show for the Parlay Olay Bets Discord community. I'm Andrew. I am the owner of the Parlay Olay Bets Discord, and we are crushing it so far this year since starting this YouTube series, going through 3 of our best bets each and every day. Last year, 2025 P&L was plus 107.54 units. This year, our P&L is plus 8.43 units, and we are 10-2 on our YouTube free plays. I have 3 plays for you today. The first one is going to be an Unrivaled play, and then we're going to have 2 NBA plays. Starting with Unrivaled, we have 2 games today. We have the Mist versus the Phantom, and we have the Laces versus the Lunar Owls. The Mist versus the Phantom, what I am struggling with here is that will the Mist be able to slow down the Phantom's offense or not? I feel pretty confident the Mist cannot be slowed down by the Phantom's defense, but I am leaning the Phantom's offense is strong enough to keep up with the Mist. So I'm not really sure I like the spread here on either side, but I'm looking at maybe an over-under, but I haven't pulled the trigger yet on that. But when you look at the Laces versus Lunar Owls, this is pretty much going to be an auto play for me, except for when the Laces play the Hive. The Laces, or sorry, except when the Lunar Owls play the Hive. The Lunar Owls are the worst team in Unrivaled, and it's not even close. Again, Rebecca Allen is your starting guard. That is not going to be a good recipe for winning any games. Skylar Diggins still out. The Laces, I was pretty harsh on after that first week. There was just no ball movement. It was just all ISO behavior. But then you look at how they played against the Mist this past week, and it was beautiful ball movement. I mean, the way Jackie and AT were operating together was just phenomenal. You saw some of those core principles from the Mercury, AT doing some of those handoffs with Jackie Young coming around the outside. It was so much better. And then defensively, that is a strong defensive team. I didn't care what spread you got it at. I took it at 6.5. I'm fine with it up to 7.5, 8.5. I think this should be a blowout, and I would be shocked if this game were any closer than that. We're going to jump into the NBA, though. So pulling up Props Madness, if you are familiar with Props Madness, it is a phenomenal tool, and I'm going to get it going for you here in a second. It is a phenomenal tool. It's my go-to resource for doing some of my research initially, and if you want a code, use code Andrew for 25% off of Props Madness. The first play I'm going to show you, though, is going to be Peyton Pritchard, and I got him at over 11.5 RAs. And we still have it at over an 11.5 RAs, which is phenomenal for those of you who want to get some free plays. Now, the Pacers are not a great matchup, but Jaylen Brown was listed as doubtful, likely going to be out for this game. So I'm going to quickly show you a couple things here. Head versus head, or head-to-head, we have an 8 and a 14. What I really want to see is those potentials, though. So in the first game against the Pacers, 16 potential assists and rebounds. In the second game versus the Pacers, 21 potential assists and rebounds, both with Jaylen Brown. Now let's take a look at what happens when Jaylen Brown is off the court. We see those potentials skyrocket, right? We're seeing an average of nearly 24 potential assists and rebounds without Jaylen on the court. What I like about this matchup in particular, though, is that the Pacers are one of the best teams to target for guards getting rebounds. Jaylen Brown has typically been the beneficiary there. This is more of a Peyton Pritchard role now that Jaylen Brown is out. And then the assist, there are just going to be too many potential assist opportunities here. 11.5 is too low. I also sprinkled on the triple-double here as well. So I really like this look a lot. Just again, look at the rebounds here. We're going to pull up rebounds, and then looking at by position, we see some pretty good numbers here with Tyler Hero getting 7. I'm not as worried about the Hornets. They have some other, when you're looking at guards like Khan, Brandon Miller are not technically classified as guards, even though they kind of operate in that similar fashion. Stephon Castle, Fox, Anthony Simons earlier. I mean, you're seeing a lot of these numbers kind of get hit against the Pacers. So I do like that look here. That's my first play. It's going to be Peyton Pritchard over 11.5 RA. Play number 2 for today on the NBA slate is going to be Nick Claxton over 4.5 assists. I took his ladder. I wish I would have jumped on this a little bit earlier. Actually, looks like that 3.5 is looking pretty good. I would take that 3.5 at minus 140. I played it plus 140 for the 5, but I would take that 3.5 at minus 140. When you look at Nick Claxton and his assist, right? You see, let's actually pull this up without Igor, with Michael Porter Jr. So with Michael Porter Jr., and this is something I keyed on earlier in the year, a lot of Claxton's assists go to Michael Porter Jr. And you can see here with Michael Porter Jr. in the game, his potential assists jump up by point or 3.1, which is actually pretty absurd. That's pretty high volume usage here. And I'm gonna pull up another website that I really like to use that shows me some more details on assist and how to kind of look at the value there. It's called PBP stats. And what I want to see here is where are these assists going? So I'm about to pull that screen for you right here. Once we get that up, we'll show you that. All right. So PBP assist, I'm going to pull up Brooklyn. And what I want to see here is where do Nick Claxton's assists go? So Nick Claxton, you look across the board, 60 of his assists go to Michael Porter Jr. That's almost more than anyone else gets combined from Nick Claxton. So you'd like to see it when Nick Claxton is playing with Michael Porter Jr. He's going to give a lot of those assists, a lot of those opportunities to a Michael Porter Jr. Specifically, what I really like about this game as well is that the Mavs bleed assist to centers. So then you look at, let's say, opponent ranking versus position assist, favorable matchups. We see 9.1 potential assist. That is also very strong. You look at the last game versus them as well. 10 potential assists, only 4 converted on 56 passes. Again, 10 higher than his normal average in this scenario. And then what I'm also looking at here is how has potential assist been the last couple of games? I like to see some trending in the positive direction, especially after coming back from injury. And what you see here is you have 2, 1, 8, 9, and the passes are going up. Again, though, these are with some of the other players, and now you're taking out Igor, who's going to be out of this game, taking away a ball handler, which I like to see. You're taking out Cam Thomas. So that usage is going to continue to spike up a little bit. And then again, Michael Porter Jr. is going to be the beneficiary of that. So I took the ladder on Nick Claxton. 5 assists, though, is going to be my play plus money. But I would definitely take this 3.5 right here. I love that number. Honestly, wish I would have got that number. So that is what I got for you today. So we have the Laces minus 6.5. We have Peyton Pritchard over 11.5 RAs, and we have Nick Claxton 5+ assists in this game. Check that out. If you want more plays like this, if you want all these data back plays with some qualitative analytics put into it as well, check out the Discord link in the description and use code Unrivaled to get 50% off your first month. We're having a good month so far. Let's keep it going, y'all. And thanks for tuning in, and I'll talk to y'all soon.